Every Tuesday, we visit with Sean Salisbury. Of course, you can follow Sean and his show, Unpaved, on YouTube as well. He's on Twitter at Sean Unfiltered. Hey, man, thanks for the time. How are you?
I'm doing well, Matt. How are you?
Well, it's a different kind of week, as it's been a different kind of month ever since LSU fired Brian Kelly. Do you have a I'm not asking you for like any type of like insider info or anything, but do you have an opinion on Lane and how he would fit either at LSU, Florida, or staying at Ole Miss?
Well, I think Lane Kiffin is to the point where he's proven he'll fit anywhere. I mean, when he first started, the thing, and I used to, I don't know if I've shared this with you, but, Monty was a linebacker, Monty, his dad, God rest his soul, on our Minnesota staff, and was a very dear friend of mine. And he used to come, we'd go watch Lane play high school football on a Friday night in Bloomington. And Monty and I would go sit in the stands, and I've kidded him about, well, you didn't invent the forward pass, although you may think you did, joking around. And over the years, he's become, I think he's the closest thing we have to Mike Leach now as far as like that needle mover. Eli's pretty close to it, but as far as just moving the needle, everybody wants to know what Lane says all the time. And I think he's matured. When he was at Tennessee as the head coach, I think he was just a young hot shot that he knew football but didn't understand the leadership part. And then when he got at SC, I think it was forced at times trying to fit into that Trojan way, not as an assistant, but when he was the head coach, and then with the Raiders as well. And being with Saban, I think, turned his perspective and shifted his paradigms. He's always been a bright guy, always been a great salesman, always been great swagger, brash, all of it. But there's now that mix of you look at him different. I've always loved him, but people that look at him, instead of just being brash or arrogant, he may be brash. Mike Leach had confidence, but there's this sense of humor that goes with it now. And everybody wants to know what he tweets out and all of it. So I think he's matured. That's why I think now, if you'd asked me this years ago, I said, I'm not real sure where he fits right now as he's trying to find his way. And being on Saban's staff and how to handle that maturity and probably getting his ass chewed once in a while, which is okay, who hasn't? I think he's stored all this up and used it the right way.
We'll get right back to the video, but thrilled to welcome Our Lady of the Lake to AFR LSU. As the championship health partner of LSU athletics, the physicians at Our Lady of the Lake serve the champions on the field in the purple and gold, but that same level of care is available to you and your family. I've been a proud supporter of Our Lady of the Lake my entire life, from volunteering at the Ronald McDonald Playroom as a high schooler to helping so many of the fundraising efforts for the standalone children's hospital, to my own son being a patient now at that very children's hospital, and my primary care physician, Dr. Kurt Chastain, at Our Lady of the Lake Men's Health Group. Our Lady of the Lake has been a part of my medical journey my entire life, and you can learn more as well. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU. Together, we roar.
And he's turned, they're not Clemson yet because they haven't won national titles, but he's kind of doing for Ole Miss what Dabo's done for Clemson. He's building a program that has never been a household name when it comes to football. It's been up and down and up and down. The names have been more important than the university. Archie and Eli, and now it's Lane Kiffin's the face of the program. And so whether it's Florida or LSU, I think he's a fit because, one, he knows how to recruit. He embraces the portal and NIL, which whether you like it or not, you have to embrace it or you'll get left behind. He's active on social media, so young guys think he's cool. He's matured enough with some of his quotes and stuff that maybe the more experienced, I don't want to say old, more experienced coaches have seen him transform. And I think there seems to be a peace and a happiness about him that maybe when you're first starting out and moving up the ladder, it's not there. And so I admire him. I don't know if he's going to get the job. They're looking, if you've heard Dillingham, who would be great, and there's a lot of names floating around. No one hotter than Lane Kiffin. But the way I look at it, if you didn't go on vacation to Baton Rouge and Gainesville, he's listening. And I think he probably does love Ole Miss. And I think there's only three things that come of this. One, you're doing it because you want to heighten your extension and a lot bigger money at Ole Miss. And you can build it because the great equalizer has been, if they'll contribute to NIL and do it, that's the great equalizer. That's part of the reason I think Saban got out. His advantage was always being a great recruiter. The parents and the kid, he owned them. I don't mean own them that way, but was able to go in their locker room and own that emotion. And it gave him an advantage on everybody else. And then NIL and transfer portal came in. He didn't want to do it. He had to do it. And so that took away what his biggest advantage was. Aside from hiring great staff, Nick always was a better recruiter than you. Everybody. And Lane's got some of that in him. But now with this, so I think that it's either one of three things. He's doing it to get a bigger pay raise, and don't blame him. Who doesn't? He's doing it because he is going to leave. Or he's doing it because he really does not know. That he's trying to think if somebody will grab him around the jersey or the collar and say, man, this is the job for you. He's not just doing it for, what craps and giggles, because this is an important gig and he is a hot commodity. So my only feel is this: at Florida and LSU, he will have a better opportunity just with the recruiting base in that area, both places. But I think I'm looking at it today and talked about it on my show earlier. I think as far as recruiting goes right now, that he's the one with the coach, and the other two without a coach are still ranked higher in the recruiting world right now. So that's just the fact. So that's there. And does he want to be in Florida or Baton Rouge? Does he want to be in Ole Miss? I think there's still a really good chance he stays. And I also think, well, not an ultimatum, Matty. I think that there's got to be pressure. And if I'm Ole Miss, I would too. You don't want to get left hanging with this. You got to start to push this forward and say, what are we going to do here? And they may pay him and extend his contract. But whoever gets him, it's not like, well, he could fit in at USC. He can fit this now. If he went back, he could fit in at LSU. He could fit in at Arizona State. He could fit in at Oregon. He's got one of those personalities and ability to coach and get people to come there. That unlike somebody who's like an East Coast, Northeast personality, I think it doesn't matter. I think Lane's chameleon, and I think he can fit in anywhere.
Yeah. Well, he's it's been all the conversation here that's not going to settle down until he makes a decision and they decide.
Do they want him there? What's the local buzz, Matty? Do you feel like they want him big time?
His wife, Layla, his ex-wife, was in Baton Rouge on Monday.
Right.
He's the top target. They'll pay him whatever it takes to get him. It's just a matter of him making the decision. Where does he want to be? Is he going to stay at Ole Miss?
Right.
Is he going to pick LSU or Florida? But
nice to have options, isn't it, man? Where you wanted by 4 or 5 places, and you can go wherever you decide. Nice gig,
and not just options. Yeah, good options. Like they're all any of them are really good options, whichever he decides.
What do you want? You want the Lambo, the Ferrari, or the Maybach? I guess whatever it is, right? Yeah, no doubt about that. For me, it'd be Augusta, Pebble Beach, or Cypress Point. Which one you want? So good on him.
I think he's looking. I think he's looking for legacy, man, where he can go and win multiple championships. We'll see what he decides.
Yep.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.